Rage Against the Machine guitarist Tom Morello made some very interesting comments about Ozzy Osbourne's historic final performance Back to the Beginning, taking place on July 5th at Villa Park in Birmingham. And the comments are quite intriguing because as soon as this really crazy lineup was first announced, I said at the time, I don't think there's any chance that this is going to be the final lineup, because the people that didn't know about Ozzy's final show, all of these icons and legends that Ozzy's had an influence over or he has been a friend to over the years, are going to want to show up and also pay their final respects. This lineup was obviously already absolutely stacked, but you've had some major additions as well, with Guns N' Roses and Tool also joining the lineup. But yeah, Tom's comments on this really have me even more excited than I already was. I mean, it's off the charts. This is a historic event in music, any way you look at it. But with Tom saying this, you're going to want to show up early, obviously, because it sounds like some really big moments are going to be going down at this historic performance. Here's what we know. Speaking to Australian musician, Tom was asked about kind of where things stand currently with this final performance from Ozzy and the first performance of Black Sabbath in 20 years. And of course, he said that they had a meeting very recently as the plans and the wheels are being set in motion. Again, he made some very, very, very intriguing statements about where this is all headed and some truly historic moments that could be taking place, which is already a historic performance. He said, "We had a big meeting about that earlier today. It came about because Ozzy and Sharon asked me to do, they surprised me one day and said, there's going to be one more Black Sabbath show, all 4 original members. The last ever Ozzy Osbourne show. We want to have a big day of celebration, and will you help curate it?" And I was like, well, that's crazy, but yes, of course. He said, "Heavy metal is the music that made me love music, and Black Sabbath invented heavy metal. And Ozzy Osbourne, by discovering the guitarist Randy Rhoads, created through Randy Rhoads the music that inspired me to practice 8 hours a day. So I owe a great debt to Ozzy and to Black Sabbath, and it's an honor to be a part of it." Now, speaking on where this situation is at now, he says, where it's at now, first of all, when we first sat down, we have a very, very simple goal, and that's to make this the greatest day in the history of heavy metal. And to that end, you've probably seen the listed set list. And let me tell you, there's some huge superstars who are going to be surprises on that day too. So the idea is to really acknowledge the importance of that band in a way that the whole world will forever know it. Now, I must admit, when I first saw that lineup, I thought to myself, there's no way this is the final lineup. And it makes me feel great that it isn't the final lineup, because as he mentioned, like, you're going to see music icons, and I would say probably not just from heavy metal, probably not just from rock music either, showing up to pay their respects to this iconic figure in not just metal, but all of music, but even in pop culture, with their series, The Osbournes, being in the heyday of MTV, really putting up crazy numbers in that space as well. He's much more than just a musician, but he's just a figure in music and in culture. So he's been such a force for so many years. Now, you had an interesting comment recently from Zakk Wylde as well, when he said that actually there's a chance that Ozzy could be performing from a throne. We've heard that he has limited mobility, obviously, since 2019. He's had a litany of health challenges, including that very, very nasty fall that he took. So it sounds like that throne that we've seen other artists perform with, like Dave Grohl, that we've seen, I think, Axl Rose perform on as well. Maybe it's the same throne that will one day for sure end up in a museum. But I gotta tell you, if you've got tickets to this show, and I am still trying to figure out a way to make my way out to see this music history, but if you're lucky enough to be there, what an iconic event. I'm absolutely positive it's going to be. And it sounds like Tom Morello and everybody involved in the planning of this are super invested in making sure that this gets the love and respect that is so deserved for Ozzy Osbourne, given all of his contributions to music. So let me know what you think. By the way, if you like this video, I'd really appreciate it if you took a moment to join the feed fam. Just $5. You get a badge next to your name in the comments and early access to videos and so much more. That's your latest update here from Rock Feed. Be sure to subscribe for the latest news and updates.